Hello. So today we're going to explore how Wayne Shorter used goal notes in his playing. We're going to explore a transcription of the song Oriental Folk Song that he has on his Night Dreamer album, which I would highly recommend getting. You can download the transcription of this and the play-along track from my website, weeklypiano.com. So here is the melody to Oriental Folk Song. So, as you can see, it's a really simple melody, just... And there are two important notes in here. The first one is the G, and the second one is the C. The reasoning is the first focal note here is the C, because that's held out, and the second focal note is the G, because that's held out. And then the answer to that first phrase is still nailing on the G. So we have our two, we're just going to call them goal notes for this context, because that's kind of how they're used. So now we're going to go into Wayne's solo, and we're going to see how he uses that G and that C. First I'm just going to play the solo for you, so you can follow along in the transcription from the website. Comes in. So that's the solo. Now we're going to talk about, he does 4 choruses, and we're going to talk about each of the choruses and how he uses those two notes, G and C, within those choruses. It's really interesting how he does that. So the first chorus starts on G, the first note of the song, and the main focal note, the main goal note, and then it rises up from there. Phrase is going, that's the end of the phrase. He ends the phrase on the C, which is the second goal note. So that first chorus starts on the first goal note, goes up, almost reaches the first goal note again, because the top note is an F, but then it starts going back down, and ends on a C, which is the second goal note. So that's really important. Now the next phrase, all he's doing there is just taking that first part of the melody, which is, and then going back down. So hence he's outlining with the first goal note and the second goal note. Now just laying on that first goal note again, with that cool triplet pattern, just laying on the G. So then after that, this is a really interesting little phrase here. So on measure 29 in your transcription, he goes to the D, then to the B, focuses on the B flat, and then focuses on the C, and then the G. Now the reason that's really cool is that the D, not really important, the B flat, not really important, but he accented those and held those out, and the middle of those, if you go 2 half steps in each towards the center of those 2 notes, you have the C, which is the secondary goal note and then the primary goal note. So he's just outlining the secondary goal note and then hitting the primary goal note there with that whole phrase. On the surface, it might just sound like a cool bluesy phrase, but it's really much more deep than that. It's outlining these specific notes that have huge context within the song. All right, third chorus. Now check this out. You'll probably know what I'm going to say before I say it. What did he just do there? I bet you know. He was just laying on that secondary goal note, laying on the C, like non-stop. That's all he's doing there, and he even does it in octaves. And he uses the primary goal note as a grace note a little bit, just like he uses the octave as a grace note. He's just laying on that note for almost the whole chorus, and then goes up a little bit. For the conclusion, which goes back to the primary goal note. You know, so this is like diverging from the center, and this is going back from the center. It's really simple, but hugely effective musically. Obviously, just quoting the beginning melody again, but now instead of quoting it only part of it, these 3 notes like he did at the beginning, he's quoting all 4 notes, like the head actually is. You see what he's doing there? He is going up, goal note, back down, the primary goal note, now up. Where's that going? I don't know. Let's see what the next phrase is. It's going back to that note, to the C. Always going towards one of those 2 notes. Back to the G there. And now this lick here. So check out what that's doing. It's taking C, which is the outlining. It's using the C, the secondary goal note, as the outline for this entire triplet phrase. So then after that. So that's the outline for the second phrase, now, or for the first phrase. Now the second phrase starts on G. Now you would expect it to go down to there, right? As a conclusion, because first you had this as the outline, now this should be the outline. But he doesn't. Check out what he does. That's the end of the song. So why does he do that, you might ask? Why doesn't he go all the way? Because that would make more sense. Why does he stop there? Because if you look at the physics of the tenor saxophone, you can't hit that G. You can only hit the lowest note on the tenor sax is the A flat, which wouldn't really make sense as a conclusive note because it's the flat 2, which he never plays. He also never plays an A. I don't think in the entire piece he's played an A. Oh yeah, he only plays it up the octave. But it wouldn't make any sense down there to play the A because that's just the 2. So he ends on this, because he can't end on this. So that's all to say that he's really only using these goal notes in his song, in his solo here. And just like leading to them and diverging from them and using them in different interesting ways. So try that. Use this play-along file that I have and practice using those 2 notes as the main parts of your playing. Don't worry about using a lot of notes or being technically doing a lot of technical stuff, because Wayne Shorter didn't worry about that in this piece. He was played really simply and really beautifully and very melodically, using these 2 notes in very effective ways. So now that we've done that, go back and if I were you, I would rewind this video and watch the transcription again, now that you have this new perspective on it, and think about how those two notes are used. Now I'm going to play along with my play along and just kind of show you what I would recommend you doing just to experiment with those two notes on your own. I'm going to play the head first. So you get the idea. That play along goes on for a while. So if you guys, if you have some cool ideas that you want to share on that, please videotape yourself and do video responses and share this video if you find it interesting. I'll do some more explanations on this specific piece because there are a lot of other cool techniques that he's using that I didn't go into in this video, so stay tuned. Thanks a lot.